Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024, I call this meeting of the Council of Terrace Bay to order. Declaration, the Council of the Council of Terrace Bay hereby acknowledges that we are in the Robinson Superior Treaty Territory, the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and the Métis. Okay, we have first item, additions, deletions, or amendments. Any additions? None? Okay. A motion moved by Councillor Duno, second by Councillor Johnson, resolved that Council approve the agenda for the April 2nd, 2024 regular meeting as presented. All in favor? Carried. Any disclosures of interest?
Yeah, item 11B, approval of minutes in camera from February 20th. I'll leave the meeting at that point.
Adoption of minutes. Moved by Councillor Johnson, second by Councillor Duno, resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting till March 18th, 2024 be approved as presented. Any questions on that? All in favor? Carried. Reports from administration, Danny, finance, asset retirement obligation bonds.
Thank you, Lordship. PS 3280 is a new accounting standard covering asset retirement obligations, AROs. That was approved by the Public Sector Accounting Board in its March 2018 session. Standard must be applied by all public sector entities who prepare their financial statements to the PSAP, including all Canadian municipalities. The new standard defines asset retirement obligations as a legal obligation associated with the retirement of tangible capital assets. PS 3280 addresses specific guidance to retire certain tangible capital assets at the end of their useful life, including activities ranging from the removal of asbestos to the retirement of landfills. Prior to the establishment of 3280, there was no specific guidance addressing accounting for asset retirement obligations. There was limited coverage of two particular types of environmental obligations: liability for contaminated sites, deals with liabilities associated with the contamination of sites, while solid waste closure and post-closure liability covers closure and post-closure liability associated with a currently operating or closed solid waste landfill site. Prior to the introduction of this new standard, municipalities have no formal accounting guidance with respect to asset retirement obligations. And before the introduction of PS 3280, there was no specific guidance on how to report, recognize, and measure the legal obligations associated with retirement of long-lived tangible capital assets for public sector entities. Municipalities have generally not reflected these retirement obligations in their financial statements, so there is no formal standard required. Instead, municipalities only recognize environmental obligations within the scope of PS 3260, which addresses liability for contaminated sites, and PS 3270, which addresses solid waste closure and post-closure liability. Under the scope of PS 3280, not previously been recognized by municipalities, such as obligations to repair buildings with asbestos or underground fuel storage streams. As a result, the implementation of this standard will require municipalities to recognize obligations which were previously out of scope of the accounting standards. While municipalities are already required to recognize obligations for solid waste landfills, the accounting for these obligations will change with the new standard of PS 3280. So there's no financial implications at this time. The options are to approve the 2024 asset retirement obligation policy and the appropriate bylaw be brought forward, or two, do not approve the 2024 asset retirement obligation policy and recommend shared otherwise. That recommendation is often.
Any questions? No. Okay, we have a motion moved by Councillor Duno, second by Councillor Johnson. Resolve that Council approve the 2024 asset retirement obligation policy and that the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. All in favor? Community Development Supervisor Luke, Community Garden fee adjustment.
Thank you. So the township advertised community garden boxes from late February to March 15th. Due to the anticipated high demand, residents drafted a submit an expression of interest during the promotional campaign. Following the submission of interest deadline, staff intended to award the garden boxes via lottery system and then collect the $50 per box fee. Unfortunately, only 4 residents have signed up for garden boxes and believe that $50 cost is a deterrent. To eliminate this deterrent and promote use of community garden in its first year, administration is recommending the fee be reduced. By reducing the fee, we will lose up to $200 in revenue. And our options are option A, the council keep the current $50 fee. Excuse me. Or option B, the council reduce the community garden box fee and that the appropriate bylaw be brought forward. The recommendation is option B.
Any questions or recommendations on the fee, if that's the way we're going?
Yeah, how many gardens were there again? I can't remember.
15.
There's 15, and we've only got 4.
Correct.
Well, $20. What's everybody say?
Did you have a number, Luke, or in mind?
I would make it free to the community. There's not a specific cost to us. We don't know what the exact demand is going to be.
You won't do it free.
But if it was my first,
Yeah, well, I want them all working, so I mean,
but I don't have all the answers on it.
I want the rest of you.
Any opinion, Bert?
I would say just first come, first serve, free. You know, let's get those things used, and then we can look at it in the next year. But the key is just get them used.
Sure, Gary?
I think it's good for us to manage the expectation that it might not always be free in the future, but the registration fee does give a little bit of buy-in for that person to go, well, I'm actually going to use it. So, I think even just a minimal, even $5-10 might be a good way to start, but or pay for next year and get this year free. I don't know. Idea.
You can do that too.
So what do you want to do? $5, free, $20, $10?
Well, I'll just say 5. Start with 5.
Okay, I'll go with 5.
Sure.
I want to use.
Okay, your motion moved by Councillor Johnson, second by Councillor Duno. Resolve the council reduce community garden box fee from $50 to $5. And that the appropriate bylaw be brought forward, amending bylaw 35-2023 fees and charges. All in favor? Carry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fire department. John, you want to talk about that?
Yes, sure. Thank you. So this report's in respect to the hiring of 3 volunteer firefighters. Chief Bowen sends his regrets. He's actually attending this training this evening. So the Terrace Bay Fire Department has strived to maintain a complement of 28 volunteer firefighters, a deputy chief, and a fire chief to facilitate the department's ongoing responsibilities. Maintaining the numbers is crucial to facilitate adequate personnel availability at any given time, 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Due to some recent resignations, our current complement is down 6 volunteers. Current discussions. From an open public invitation to submit applications, the Terrace Bay Fire Department has interviewed promising candidates and is recommending the following 3 applicants for the position of volunteer firefighter: C. Nesbitt, D. Wilson, and B. Whitten. So financial implications, none, same provision as existing budget. Of course, there will be costs coming in the future for bunker gear and those kinds of things, but in the immediate time frame there isn't. So options are: approve the acceptance of C. Nesbitt, D. Wilson, and B. Whitten to the position of volunteer firefighter of the Terrace Bay Fire Department, and option 2 is to not approve them and seek direct the fire chief to seek other candidates. Administration is recommending option 1 to approve the acceptance of C. Nesbitt, D. Wilson, and B. Whitten to the position of volunteer firefighter of the Terrace Bay Fire Department.
Question?
We need
Well, John, I don't get an answer to the recent resignation, does that have something to do with the mill, or is that before the mill?
I would say that a combination of both, talking to Chief Bowen, but there definitely is an impact of the mill closure for sure. No,
Two questions. Is it the number of applicants we also got, or is it just the approved applicants recommended we added?
all I have is that these are the approvals. I'm not sure how many applications.
And then I may have asked this question before, if they wrote down the answer. Is there a reason that we approve them at this table?
We always have. Yeah, there may be an ancient policy somewhere that says the council does that. I think the last time that question was asked, that's what the response was. But I can check into it for you. No problem.
I was doing, we did many other staff or volunteers. I think it's good to, I mean, I like that we get to publicly acknowledge that we got 3 new firefighters, sure. Happy to see some names come forward.
Any other questions? The motion moved by Councilor Johnson, second by Councilor St. Louis, resolve the council approve the acceptance of D. Nesbitt, D. Wilson, and D. Whitten to the position of volunteer firefighter for the Terrace Bay Fire Department. All in favor? Carried. Communications, Municipality of St. Charles, resolution from potential municipal equipment operator course. We have a motion moved by Councilor St. Louis, second by Councilor Johnson. Whereas municipal public works departments from across the province of Ontario provide invaluable services to our communities, ensuring the health and safety of all residents. And whereas if it was not for our municipal public works employees from across the province of Ontario maintaining our public roads systems, our communities would not be able to function, as emergency personnel could not respond to calls. School buses could not get our children to school. Residents would not be able to get to work, school, or appointments, and many more basic functions would not be able to happen. And whereas municipal public works departments are already feeling the impact of the labor shortages, which will only be exacerbated over the next 3 to 5 years, which will cause the levels of service that municipalities are able to provide to ensure the health and safety of our residents to decrease. And whereas there is currently no provincial-wide course that properly trains potential municipal public works employees specifically relating to municipal heavy equipment, be it therefore resolved that the Corporation of the Township of Terrace Bay supports the work of the Association of Ontario Road Supervisors to develop the municipal equipment operator course to address this issue, and be resolved that Council for the Corporation of the Township of Terrace Bay calls on the province of Ontario's Ministry of Labor, Immigration, Training and Skills Development to fully fund the municipal equipment operator course in 2024 through the Skills Development Fund, and therefore, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to the Minister of Labor, Training, Immigration and Skilled Trade, David Pacini, our local member of Provincial Parliament, the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, the Association of Ontario Road Supervisors, and all other Ontario municipalities. Any questions? All in favor? Carried. Gonna make that shorter to fit on one page. Oh, where are we here? Next item, we have a letter. Moved by Councilor St. Louis, thing like Councilor Johnson, resolved the council approve the waiving of the fee for the rental of the Michael King Hall on April 18th, 2024 for the Business Appreciation Night event being put on by the Ogden Chamber of Commerce. Any questions on that motion?
No, I think it's a good idea and we need to lend a hand right now.
Okay, all in favor? Carry. Next item, we have a motion moved by Councilor Johnson, second by Councilor St. Louis, resolved that the Council of the Township of Terrace Bay supports the request of the Township of Amaranth and calling upon the province of Ontario to treat all municipalities fairly and provide equivalent representative operational budget funding amount to all Ontario municipalities. Any questions on that? In favor? Carried. Bylaw. We have a motion moved by Counselor Johnson, second by Counselor St. Louis, resolved that the bylaw 11-2024, amending bylaw 7-86, policy manual and establishing a policy in respect of asset retirement obligations be read a first, second, and third time, finally passed, signed by the mayor and clerk, sealed and numbered on the second day of April 2024. Any questions on that? All in favor? Carried. We have a motion moved by Counselor St. Louis, second by Counselor Johnson, resolved that bylaw 12-2024, amending bylaw 35-2023, fees and charges, reducing the fees for the community garden deposit be read first, second, and third time and finally passed, signed by the mayor and clerk, sealed and numbered on the second day of April 2024. All in favor? Carried. John?
Just a note on that, it's actually bylaw 30, the bylaw is actually written correctly, just the agenda, no, it's bylaw 35. So just to note that the fees and charges bylaw from 2023 was 30-23. It's marked incorrectly on the agenda.
Okay. Question period. Any questions, Mike? No. Okay, thank you.
Anyone online? Now is the time to ask a question in the chat if you'd like. Please enter your first and last name. First call. Second call. And final call. I don't use any questions from the online.
In camera, we have a motion moved by Counselor Johnson, second by Counselor St. Louis, resolved the council move the next portion of this meeting in camera to discuss minutes from previous in camera session held on February 20th, 2024. And one matter regarding personal matter about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees regarding the appointments from a significant one detachment level 3 service board, and one matter under proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board regarding proposals to lease airport property, and one matter regarding advice that is subject to solicitor plan privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose regarding circular material convenient depot operation agreement. All in favor? Carried. Okay, we're in the camera.
Anybody online, you can use the same link to come back and watch us adjourn.
I'll come back in.
Good night.
Motion moved by Counselor St. Louis, second by Counselor Duno, resolved that the next regular meeting of council be held on April 15th. All in favor?
We're gonna have 2 more items on the agenda. So the item of 80 Terrace Bay,
Okay.
yeah, sorry, move down to that.
My computer down. Idling of AV Terrace Bay, myself and John met with Dennis Vincent and Mike Jared, communication guys, probably, not sure it was after our last council meeting, but it was nothing much has been communicated. I know Mike said they might have something shortly for us this month to talk about, and like, did he say he was gonna get a hold of you, John, or?
Yeah, I thought reach out to him and stay what I'm doing next week. So,
Yeah.
We did have the meeting with First Nations as well. So that went, that was last Friday, I believe, Friday before. No, Patty, sorry.
Yeah.
So they did write from the previous meeting with the First Nations that we attended the previous week. They wrote letters to, I believe, both Minister Haidu and Minister Smith at the provincial level, talking about some of their concerns. talking about they need funds to look at the mill, look at operations over the long term to see if it is viable. And once that study, if you will, is done, then they will look at actually making a move or a partnership or something to that. So
Any other questions? Yeah, hopefully this can get resolved like shortly.
Yeah.
Cause clock is ticking. Any other question? Do we do this one here?
yeah, so I don't know if I did a resolution for it, but so to move her in a second to appoint Mr. Webb to the Police Services Board, Nippigan 1.
Hey, I'll second it.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Terry? Okay. Hey, we have a motion moved by Councilor St. Louis, second by Councilor Duno, resolve the next regular meeting of council to be held on April 15th. All in favor? Terry? And the motion moved by Councilor Duno, second by Councilor St. Louis, resolve that we now adjourn this regular meeting of April 2nd, 2024 at 19:24. All in favor? Terry?